Alright, let's see. Okay, that part works. Okay, so we'll just finish up um, setting up all the status effects. And we can work on should we work on leveling up the things. Should fix on building. And buildings and systems can be an entire thing on its own, so let's just do the leveling first. Alright, one thing I should do. That's so I can have sound when I'm on the browser, and then set up another scene real quick. Sorry, I was showing the switch in my desk. Alright, let's see, let's see. Okay, well, it's gonna be. I don't know what that is. It's gonna be A. Let's, let's can't round it. It's just gonna round to 0. Let's 6 mod whatever duration of the ticker. Say every 6, say 200 seconds, and ticker is 0.25. Oh yeah, why did I 200? It's gonna be one. That's direction. That's doesn't make any sense. 200. That's great. I think it should be ticker development duration. No, okay, no, that's because the calculator wrong. Okay, that is correct. Because it needs a computer. 64 different ticks. It's 3.125 minus 3.5. 6. So 200 plus 64, and it's 3 times 64, and that's the log is 8. So every 8 ticks, you would add up plus 1. So that would be 264. So we can do since t is equal to 0, we can do mod. So it's a 5. 5. It's not like don't remember anything happening on today, so that's good. Okay. Player HP. Okay. So what was I saying? Okay. So we'd use the mod. Count. I don't know. Just say do count of equal to amount module. That too. Okay. Int amount is nice. So we can just truncate this duration divided by tick rate. And then we say if mod ticks mod count up with HP plus equals 1. So we just add up at 1. Oh, wait, I forgot to put it 0. T is equal to 0. T plus equals tick rate. And ticks plus. And that's plus weight and keep going to the duration. And we say heal is equal to name of this name of this one should be fairly easy. We can just do this. We can say motion movement to max speed, direction times dash, or that's dashing, max speed. Yeah, I think that. Let's see. Yeah, let me put in speed. Make sure I would have to add current speed. max speed times current speed on value. This will actually make it move, or the speed boost to work. And then we just say player current speed mod value to the amount. Which is equal, okay, is equal false, and say, well, not okay. You can just do yield, you wait 4 seconds into this duration, and then that will just keep pausing, or not pausing, what am I talking about? Well, I guess it does technically pause the loop, but it's just, it'll set up timer, it'll just wait duration seconds, and then we'll say okay is equal to true, and then I'll just exit the loop like that. And just and that current value is equal to 1/2. Now, I don't remember them mentioning anything about like a fireworks show or anything. I hope it's a fireworks show. I honestly have no idea if it is. we could just say, anyway, so we're doing a ring dance. Okay, there's, where is it? I think at the state, they gotta be doing it. They gotta be doing it at the state. There's no way. It's way too. It's too close to be. Yeah, they gotta be doing that at like. It's, I would be. They're not doing it on the academic side. There's also no way they can launch those cannons from academic side and not like damage something. I swear. Alright, it was a speed boost. And then we'll just see. Set this, and now it's awesome. Okay. That's what the direction of the true. Good. Alright. Okay, so I have to test your time thing. Um, Alright. Now, do is. Alright, let me go to the management. Oh, I see him actually at the shop. Has a lot of this stuff. I have sale. And I can. Let's just edit it to it's 50. And it doesn't need a prefab. It doesn't need a prefab. Until I forgot that it did prefab something over time. 200 over. I'm gonna set it 8 seconds. Show you a second number. 200. 8 25 kilometers per second. Start. Let's switch to view. All right, now you can see it. All right, let's get back. Let's steam up can. Can health. It's 25 health per second for 8 seconds. Yeah, it does. Works. Buy. Go to F to get out. Press the 1 key. Alright, works. Very nice. Nice. Very freaking nice. Yeah, and I think the third one was already speed in the can, so we can already test the speed boost. Alright, center, period defenses, speed in the can, skin shield. Yeah, this is an incorrect. Oh, yeah, because the shop item changes the description. Maybe I can edit it. I should be able to edit it in real time. Tap to power ups. Okay, this is a speed can. This will increase your speed. Alright, it doesn't save, but it'll change the second time. Oh, it does. Oh, when it updated. Cool, 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 cool. Speed 50% for 30 seconds. 30 fucking seconds. I said it for 30 goddamn 30 30 seconds? That's all. Why did I do that 30? Let's see. God, now I need to go back. Cards and items. Cards. It's one thing. Integration. You know, let's do 5. There's no need to have it be 30 seconds. Increases your speed by 50% for 5 seconds. Sounds good. And then I didn't know you can buy with the spacebar. Okay, I guess you can click the same period with the spacebar. That's very interesting. Oh, actually, we can test if it stacks. So yeah, it works right there. And it doesn't seem to. Oh, yeah, it doesn't apply the effect. Okay, good. There you go. It works pretty nice, pretty nice. So that's okay. Now we can finish the rest. Let's see. Let me fix the settings. Switch scenes here. Alright. Stats manager. And then I can just literally just copy paste these. And it should work pretty nice. And so now we just change literally stamina. No, it's just say stam. Oh, my pen. Yep, works. And then speed boost effect. Just copy paste the damage boost effect. I gotta make sure this also works. Create pellet. insurance card. Damage times post dot permanent damage don't. Yeah. There we go. That should work now. It's gonna implicit float to int. 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 And then parentheses the whole. There we go. It works. That should work. Fine. Okay. Is account. DMG boost is null. Should stop. Nice. Wait to passively heal. Oh yeah, that's the take damage passive. Oh shit! I never realized. I never had space on the HUD to add a level. There's current level. Well, then no time like now. Yes. To re-edit the whole, the entire HUD. Wave 200. Actually, yeah, we'll do for now. I think it'll work fine. We'll have the status bars, health. Should I overlap the shields bar? Alright. That down, and then we can just create an empty object. Let's say level counter. Let's say 50 or 50 with the like 100. Like 25. No level counter, and then you can add UI text object. Oh wait, I forgot. Wait, am I on the right? Am I showing you this? Oh, here on the foot. There we go. So you can actually see it. Back to text. Change this to white so it can actually be seen by the human, an actual person. And we'll make this in the middle, left, centered in the middle. Say level 69, sure. Fuck it. And then we'll let's decrease this. Move this down so there we go. It's a little on the looking a bit cheap. Here, maybe if it's better if we probably use the box up. There you go. What if I added a overlay, a background? No, because I feel like that'd be too much. That'd be too cluttered. That'd be too much clutter. I'll just let this. Or actually, we can just have one. image, full small image as background. For clarity. Now let's make it darker gray. And then there we go. And we can just have it right there. Stats manager. Level. C, XP bar, stamina bar, shield bar. We can have public text, level counter text. Okay, then we put this little stats counter, and that can be right there. Well, boom. There we go. Hey, hey, babe. Hey, babe. I got the level counter decks. It's pretty freaking cool. Okay. With the level counter text. What shit it is. I got it. Actually, updated. You got the XP bar. I guess in the game manager, there's nothing else here. Let's add a random method. Just have a small private method for testing. And we just say private over here, private add XP. And then like the press other key. Let's do P. If down code P. Oh, I read this. Okay, private. Wait. If is cap P. Oh wait, why am I putting in the game manager? They can't access this. They just fucking. Okay, player.hp or .xp rather plus equals. Let's keep it at 100. Okay. Just add XP. I said that. Let's see. Current XP threshold. And right now we'll just say actually these current. Let's see. Do we even have an int? Yeah, we should have an int for the level. Public int level. Because I never made a level manager. Level manager is just gonna be for like the formulas. I think it's just gonna be down to just add the formulas. I think I want to add like. Because I think it's better to just have the stats manager just in one object. Just having levels. Because if it can keep, if it keeps track of the HP, you might as well just keep track of like the player level and all that. Just have everything in one place. Current OT, so let's try now. times equals 2. Level up. Congratulations. Congratulations. You are a winner. Congratulations. You're a winner. You're a winner. Level up. You're a winner. Times 2. Minions in max 0. Max ability 0 to current HP threshold. Fucking yes. Oh my god, oh, there's one person here. Hello, or unless that's person's me. I can't really tell. There's one watching, but I don't know if it counts like you watching your own stream. Oh, why did I should have changed the name of the thing. That would be a bit useful. Let's see, live streaming. Can I change the name? Oh, you can edit it. Live stream, let's say developing um, Blasters Paranoia. That's Blasters Paranoia. This Blasters Save. Oh, actually, there's okay. Well, no, it's okay. So there's 2 people. Yes, the one person is just me. Unfortunate. Category. Oh, let's change the category. Category. What is entertainment, education, how to and style, news and politics, science and technology. Um, Gaming, sure. Game title. Plug in my own game. I wonder if it actually like. That'd be hilarious if Blasters Pandemonium was like actually registered. Let's. Yeah, that's fine. And save. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care too much about the bitrate. We're good. I'm using the university's Wi-Fi. Bye. I already paid like $200 for it. I might as well get my worth. I use. Oh, I realized I forgot to switch the theme. There we go. Now you can actually see it. See my code. Where? Okay. Speaking of, where is the code? All right, it was up here. Level up, add XP. Yeah, level up. Current XP times equal to XP. So XP bar max value. Current XP threshold. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna start. I think it'd be good because I'm going to upload this onto the other channel. Just have like 30 minutes of footage. Stream output 200 kilobytes a second. Let's just have it 15,000 kilobytes. And game showcases. Apply MP4. Okay. We can just do start recording as well. Okay. Hello, this is a recording. Currently, as the title suggests, I am working on a game. Which game? Blasters Paranoia. What is Blasters Paranoia, you ask? Well, stop asking too many goddamn questions. I'm about to get to the fucking point. Blasters Paranoia. Blasters Paranoia. My roommate is probably gonna like walk up in the middle of the night, just wondering like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I talking to myself? But anyways, Blasters Paranoia is the sequel to Blasters Pandemonium, which was a game that I worked on pretty much for most of 2020. Then I just kind of stopped developing after I went to college, and A lot of other things just kind of kept my time up, and thought it was like it was already in pretty much complete state, and I felt like it was better to just if I wanted to change anything at this point, I might as well just start over. So this is essentially what it is. Basically, just redoing Blaster's Pandemonium from scratch. Though I pretty much taking it as a sequel. I feel like there was like games that's a game that's pretty much like this, where it's literally just they decided to um actually, that's fucking Overwatch 2. Now that I think about it, that's just that's basically what Overwatch 2 is. They just wanted to take all the stuff that they were going to add in anyway and to just make it a sequel. I've been shitting on Blizzard for that shit, and I realized that I'm doing the exact same fucking thing. What do you know? All right. What else is it? Okay, this is off the bat. So, what do we got here? Well, um, honestly, this would probably take a lot more to just explain what I have so far. I feel it, but so far I have developed a little shop system, um, movement. Just if you were here, we just developed some power up effects and pretty much super basic stuff. Now I'm beginning to work on trying to test the uh, leveling upgrade system. Haven't fully implemented that. That's going to be a while before I fully go into that because that's going to require the making of an entirely new class. Uh, Plus, I would have to research. I've done this before in Paranoia, but what I did was I actually had like an entire formula that calculated the XP threshold plus the rates and the kind of the uh, algorithm that calculates actually how much you're getting in terms of each stat. So say H, because obviously in most RPGs and upgrade systems, um, as the you level up, the amount of the XP threshold or how much XP you need in order to level up increases over time. And of course, the easiest way to do that is just kind of have a formula that just kind of calculates it using the previous XP threshold. Anyway, level up. You're a winner. You are a winner. So okay, we have the current threshold. To add XP, and then I think we can just do add XP. We can just do if XP is greater than or equal to XP threshold, current XP threshold, then we level up. Oh, player.xp. Then we can test it right here. So right now I'm working on, this is obviously not going to be like actually how you grind XP. This is simply just testing how XP is going to look on the health bars. If I show you right here, or game view, oh, I closed the window. But if I show you just a second, with the power of the editing, this second becomes instantaneous. Alright, okay. You should be able to see it now. Anyway, um, so as you can see here, you have the level over here, you have the game over here, and what should happen. Oh, well, basically, let me explain what these things on the bottom here. These are simply temporary health bars. I'm going to design them to be matched the rest of the theme. Obviously, this whole thing is just temporary. I'm not putting all the art assets. Any like thing that looks remotely detailed, like these XP parcellets, is simply because I'm reusing assets from Lester's Pandemonium. Anyway, these going to be represent the XP little stat bars. Up top is the XP bar. this is the stamina bar. It's going to function the same way that in the way in Blaster's Pandemonium did. I don't think I explained the stamina bar that much, but in that game it decreased over time. Essentially, the over time you would get really slow if it was going down, and that's actually what the TV block was for. Was that it replenished your stamina. Um, though I didn't call it stamina, I referred to it as the fun meter. Basically, the idea is over time you would get bored of shooting enemies, and that would kind of affect your performance. But I decided to just kind of make it easier rather than what I did is simply the stamina just slowly goes down over time, but you have a dash move that allows you to dodge and weave and simply just move around the map way faster. But that, of course, uses your stamina, so there's actual um, reason to do it. Plus, I think I may also add just the damage modifier effect, like where when you're low HP, you'll end up doing less damage and moving slower, just to add more, make it more clear, and just kind of simplifying it. I think that's just kind of how I pretty much the direction of Blaster's Paranoia from Blaster's Pandemonium is basically streamlining, making it easier, or just simpler. It's just simpler. Um, but yeah. So anyway, XP threshold. Let's see if this works. Oh, click it. Let's see if this works. Oh, because that's the P. That's space, not P. P, 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 P. Oh, right, because it's greater than or equal to level up. It's just, yeah, this is not going to look. Yeah. Okay. That didn't work. Oh, wait, it did. It did. Okay. That was weird. XP threshold. Well, let's edit this. So, alright, let's edit this. So, where the where am I? Add XP. Oh, yeah, XP threshold. Okay, set that into the editor. Let's see. Let's switch back to here. Current HP threshold. Let's just set it to 1,000 or 500. So I'm not spamming. Breaking my finger. Current XP threshold 500. Player level 0. Yo, just keep it at 0. Have an actual number, XP. And then actually on the level up, XP should be player that XP should be 0. XP should be equal to 0. Then update status bars. So let's just also do that. Level counter text is equal to, I set it to level, and then plus player dot level. What are these? The current player level. Layer. I thought the character property already had a level character class. Guess I never added it. Sure. Actually, since everything else is referred to by the player, I guess it would make more sense to have a character be a level. Max B, XP, stamina. Oh yes, it's XP. Might as well plan it into level. um, and then moves the units. Level is equal to 1. I'll just have 1 be the starting value because level and 0 kind of makes things confusing. Let's play that level, text level, play that level, and then you can just say level up, play that XP, and player level plus plus. And just repeat. Okay, general. Okay, works. Alright, so the next step would be game view. Oh, there. Let's do the UMLs. Oh, it's on the browser. It's on my YouTube stream. Oh no, no sensitive information. Good, 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 good. Uh, there we go. That's what spooked me. I'm gonna send out private information on the stream. Do not want to see my social security number. Just looking at, oh, look at this! I found someone's social security number and the wacky digits on the back of his credit card. Fucking. Alright, so as you can see, I have a full. If we zoom the heck in, as you can see, we got quite a lot of stuff here. How much memory are we using on the recording? Because I don't want to. Because I don't want to like leak out on my recording. We're at 13 minutes in. Okay. God, I only have 1 terabyte of data, and like it's only I think I only have like 800 gigabytes, so I don't want to like bleed um my SD drive, SDD drive with just immense useless junk. Dummy rambling is literally adding to that useless junk, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Anyway, here is the level manager that calculates, as it says, it calculates the maximum level stat each level. So the way I did it, pretty much it functions similar to the way I did it in the brick game. I have not mentioned the brick game. I should. That's probably what I'm gonna do next. Is preview the showcase all the games. Or I guess it's only like 2 games that I really made. Wait, fuck, did I even upload the video? No, I've uploaded the video of the Christmas one. Haven't done the brick little prototype game yet. May finish that. May make it into a full game. May not. May not. It's gonna be a side project. Um, but this is really because I have school. This becomes a side project, so this is pretty much not gonna be much of a thing until like the summer. Anyways, so as you can see, I have a full UML diagram. This is what programmers will use to structure their programs. This is very common practice. Basically, what it is the top boxes. Very top box shows the title of the class. Middle box showcase all the variables or values that it stores. So this, and if it's plus means public, meaning other objects can access it, and minus meaning private, so others can't access it unless there's have there's a specific method that allows them to. And the bottom is methods or functions. Basically, these are the actual operations that you can do with the object. This is just basically what I had for the shop item, shop buttons. Just for a quick overview, so game manager is kind of the core. This really just ultimately handles the boss phases, prep phases, attack phases. This just happens to like run the main clock, just checking for the main win conditions. The Pretty much it. This is the shop manager, probably the most complex object, simply because it has a lot of responsibilities. It's charged. It helps with updating. Pretty much, it controls input from user. It also has the way for the user to keep track of its or user to buy stuff, of course. And um, this is the inventory manager. Inventory manager just stores um, all the stuff that would need this is basically where you would the weapons inventory is stored, the buildings inventory is stored, and all the power-ups. As you saw earlier, the little hot bar showed all the power-ups. That's actually an entire object on is done with another object called the inventory. Basically, I had to create an entire new data structure in order to do it. um, it's really just done basically just an array of structs. Um, Basically, what it basically works the same way a Minecraft inventory would, where there's each slot has a certain capacity, and basically, if you try to add an object, the it checks if there's an empty slot or if there is a slot with the same object type that has enough, and if it can't, it just doesn't add it. So basically, think of a Minecraft inventory, and that's pretty much how this entirely functions. I based the logic almost entirely off of that. Hotbar slot, that's just visual items. So right over here, there's shop item, shop button. Shop button is just kind of the visuals, what you actually see. Shop item is actually what they call a scriptable object. Basically, it's just an object that has just values. Basically, more like a glorified struct that with public variables. Though that's literally what a struct is. Um, Basically, the way it works is that there's a shop item, and the shop item has the card. It also keeps track of the display image, which is what is actually shown on the shop button. That's what the shop button uses. That's why it's pointing. And then, of course, the description, and then like checks if the object is sold or not. Things with scriptable objects is that they're saved. So like you basically, if you edit them in the game, it'll stay like that. It will stay changed. It doesn't reset every time you compile or you like need a save object. Um, so it's pretty useful for that. Anyway, there's the shop item. Uh, so there's also objects called the shop item. I guess I'm surprised I didn't have a shop item object list here. Basically, in short, oh no, wait, I had the shop item. I'm talking about the cards. Yeah, this is what I meant. So there's things called the cards. Um, I couldn't really find better way to describe it other than a card. Basically, it just has information. Basically, for like buildings and weapons and stuff, this is what contains the actual info needed for the weapon, and it's simply just a way for me to um, have have a weapon inventory without having to like constantly unload or store like information about those weapons. I can just store them in like as a card, or like I don't have to like find an object. Basically, if I didn't have these card objects, I would have to like go do resources load and load the specific correct object, and that's just dumb. It's annoying. Plus, it makes it easier as I can just reuse the game object weapon code. Like I can just have 5 pistols, but I can name them different things and have them different pellet types, different pellet speeds, pellet damage, and they can all be completely different. Same thing with like shotguns and all that. So it just makes things a lot easier. Um, that was one thing with the original Blaster Paranoium is I had to make a weapon all from scratch. So I had to do everything. I had to basically just constantly copy paste code and weapon card adding cards and stuff like that helps to minimize that because I can yeah because I can just do stuff with it. It's just better. Anyway, the stats manager, what I was working on, just keeps tracks of pretty much it's in charge of applying all the status effects. So there's things called power ups. They function pretty much the same thing as the building cards. Or no, what am I talking about? They're power ups. So basically, what is basically a new thing, in addition to Paranoia, is the actual power ups. Of course, they provide stat boosts, speed boost. Basically, I took the concept of what the slime and dashpad did. Instead of making them blocks, I just made them items because they just they that just it just works better if it's just a one use items that you can just buy and then collect. Anyway, what else? But yeah, so power ups. This just helps. This basically just in charge of modifying the player's speeds and stats, applying the heals and stamina boosts and all that. Um, Pretty much, it just keeps all the functions regarding to power ups. And then level manager. This is one that we need to work on, and that's basically going to be a very simple class. It's just going to contain all the formulas needed to calculate what the each of the player's properties should be at a specific level. I actually do go through like a whole massive process when like upgrading, but basically what I do is I go into Excel and or Google Sheets or whatever, and then I just kind of guesstimate what how much the player what value does each property of the player should be by a certain level. I then just kind of plug that in, make a graph out of that, and then use the trend line and find the best line, best fit, and use that as the formula or to get the best guess. So that's a pretty quick, dirty way of getting an quick upgrade system. And of course, character. For so may have noticed that BB is mentioned in the Unity editor, but character is listed here, and that's because character is what they call a parent class. Character is specifically an abstract class. Um, Basically, there are different as a way to kind of lump enemies in the player. Now, actually, buildings are going to be characters because it just makes it easier. I'm going to act them as I created a character class which holds basically all the stuff that each of the building and enemy and player would have. So that would be, HP, some maybe some damage values, speed, move speed, all that. Building's not going to move, but it is going to have HP and it is going to take damage, and that's what all they have. Um, Characters have specific take damage instances and events. So this is basically how I structured. Um, yeah, I will say this is so much fucking better. I'm so fucking glad I've structured this. Like I've actually planned this out because I think the pretty much the reason why I stopped working on Blaster's Paranoia was just like it was just poorly made. It was not structurally made to like. Basically, what ended up happening it was just like I literally built Blast Paranoia out of an old like wave shooter, wave tower defense prototype. Like that was like over a year old. So technically, Blasters Paranoia started development like 2019. It is a but and I just built the game on top of that same game, that little prototype, and I didn't do anything like I didn't for example I didn't have the building cards or like the weapon cards. I don't think there's even a feature in Game Maker that allows you to do something like that. But because of that, I would have to recreate. So, say if I wanted to make a slow, kind of slow pistol with slow bullets, but they're very high damage, and then like maybe like a machine gun. I could use the exact same code for the pistol, or for both the pistol and the AK, and I can just use the exact same object as well. All I need to do would be to swap two weapon cards in place. So I can have say, okay, we can create an object that's just a machine gun, but that's the same type of object, but but one uses the pellet weapon card that represents the pistol, and then we just make another instance that has the AK weapon card instead of the pistol weapon card. Basically, I can simply just change the value, make two of these, change the values here, and then just like duplicate the prefab, and then just like swap the weapon cards, and then I have an entirely new object. And I can do that in like basically like um, literally like 30 seconds. So as long as I have like a base weapon object, I can create like several objects. I couldn't do that with Blaster's Paranoia because, well, for one, I think there was weapons were one object, if I remember correctly. But no, actually no. So the way all the scripts were basically, I had to copy paste scripts from from each other. I basically, if I wanted to make a pistol and a shotgun, I would have to create the shotgun, all from scratch, and I simply just had to find and pick and choose which parts. Basically, I had to scroll through the pistol code, see which ones would keep or in common, and that would work with the shotgun, and then figure out which ones I would need to change in order to make the shotgun a shotgun. And it's just this annoying thing on top of just like weapons IDs in order to make the shop work. So it would actually like, uh, so if you would actually go into the shop, it would actually detect the weapon. Plus, there was like the name. You would have to edit the name in like all the names and like descriptions are all hard coded. And in fact, if you actually go into like the actual data of like the shop, basically the way it works is the shop is game objects have rooms, which kind of like scenes in Unity. But basically, what it does is the object, the when you enter the shop in Blaster's Pandemonium, it would basically load an entirely new room, and in order to be to actually list all the like DPS values and like the damage values, I had to have had the actual object um, in the room at the same time because because it's an entirely different room. So you can't just use you can't just like say have like if the shot person if the player is holding a shotgun, you can't like use the reference the player's shotgun to get all the values. No, you have to have like your own shotgun in there. And basically, what I did is I took every single weapon in the shop, added it to the room, and then just like disabled the click button. It just there was literally just a value to say, hey, if you're in the shop room, don't fire. It's literally it. I had to like do that on top of like plus the descriptions were all hard coded too. Anyway, because it's just like it would find the object in the room, and if you didn't have the object in the room, it would just crash, and it was so bad. But with the weapon card, I can just reference the card. And then, like with the shop item, literally it has display the card. All I just need is put the card in the thing, and then just like add in the editor, and it's like 1,000 views, 1,000 times better. It's so much better. This alone would probably like to speed up development by like 10%. On top of that, just like good inheritance and all that. Um, but yeah, that was me ranting about my terrible programming decisions. The difference between um, high school senior year high school me and sophomore college me with taking several computer science classes and understanding the importance of polymorphic computer science principles. God, it's it. I've been recording for 30 minutes. I feel like 10 of those minutes were just me ranting about this. What was I even fucking doing? Oh yeah, the level manager. Fuck. Oh my god. I've been spending so much time talking to. And is there anyone even here? Is there anybody out there? There is one viewer. Oh no, there's nobody. Then I've been talking for by myself for the past 10 minutes. That's gonna be interesting. Average view duration 1 hour. Oh, because yeah, because yeah, ain't that interesting? Um, hmm. I think I'm gonna close. Here, we'll start off the stream. We'll end the stream by. Oh no, no, oh no, nope. Yes. We'll start the stream by creating the uh, level screen object, and then we can just end it right there. And I can just check the footage because I don't know if my mic capped the audio. Probably just gonna have to re-record the whole thing again. All right, back here. Let's get back to Unity, assets, cards and items, cards, buildings. No, I want it to be in scripts. Good to have everything organized. Scripts, management, and then create a C# script. Oh, I already have a level manager created. We'll just delete that one then. Oh, I see. Well then, okay. Oh, okay. So public gender XP thresholds. Yeah, this shouldn't be a unit. This makes sense to be a unit script. I don't think I added a unit script in the Purdue the block game either. The Packers, what it's called, a conveyor belt game. Conveyor belt game. I think it's easier to just have level manager, and then we can have it stats manager in the start object. You can just say you can create a level manager object in stats manager, private level manager lm. You can just say lm is equal to new level manager, and then we can edit this so instead of generate XP threshold, this is just the constructor. So it just generates it by itself. XP thresholds these. And then we can say current XP threshold, just override it. Current XP threshold is equal to lm.xp thresholds. Current level. Oh yeah, let's just say current level is equal to 1. We'll start it off with 1 because I think it makes sense for level 1. Level 0 just doesn't really make sense in like this context. Plus, it's like the one time where in programming we're starting from 0. It doesn't really make too much sense. I mean, you can definitely do it with. I could definitely do it with 0, but it's just level 0 kind of makes it confusing because you just do like I minus 1 and all that. Though actually no, I would have to do 0, but I'm literally just wasting 1. Okay, current level is equal to 0. We'll just have it internally stored at level 1 plus 1. Have it internally stored as 0 but displayed as plus 1 to make it make more sense from the player's perspective. Let's use current level. Okay, current threshold is equal to lm dot. How about this? So with the level up, change that. Current actually is, let's do level dot go next level. Public void next level. We do is just current level plus plus. Plus and next level. Take current level. This XP thresholds current level. So basically, next level. Next XP threshold. So this inadvertent, just so this updates goes to the next level. So we can just next level. Actually, let's just start private player. Just have character C declared in that. This character level sign. Void. New level manager player, and current extra equals lm dot next level. And there. is player level is equal to current level. And player that XP is equal to 0. Set the XP. So next level. Yeah, I never really figured out. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess the way that the font is would be levels XP threshold I is the amount of XP needed to get to I level I plus 1. So yeah. Okay, so that's correctly. Set it up. Yeah, sounds good. Currently this player does XP thresholds. I even set my XP thresholds current level. And it just sits like that, taking every stuff you like. Alright, I have to take advantage. Okay. LM that needs advantage player, current notice that thresholds to current level. Status bars. Yep, makes sense. Player level 1. Oh, I should do C. Oh, right. Player is equal to C. C current XP. C and then just do player dot level is equal to current level. Okay. Then we can just say add XP threshold next level XP var dot max value is equal to 0. Okay, that works. That's really equal to our current XP threshold on that next level. Let's see what else we'll do. Yep, sounds good. Level is XP threshold. Yep, sounds good. Alright, there we go. So we should be able to test it better now. Let's go to game view. Run this. Let's set the level 2. Alright, because level is still default set at 1. Let me edit this. Is that 0? Level 0. How do I change that? I think it's up on. It's somewhere. Level 0. Player level 0. Let's be level up. It's fine. Yeah, works. Should work. So that's why it's setting XP to player level to 1 though. So that's never called first. XP, level up. Yeah, it's being set to 0, but I'm trying to figure out it's being set to 1 somewhere. Might be no, it's because character runner. Believe. Yeah, it's in init. That's right. Level is equal to. Don't have the level set there. That's a mistake. Mistake. Get back to where we were. Y'all can see it. Good. Enter. Okay. Well. P. Oh, where's the X? Maybe can I see the X? Yeah, current XP threshold. Yep, it says the. Alright, so it's scaling perfectly well. $503. Yeah. So it works. Alright, sounds good. Looks like we got something pretty well. I think we'll call that quits for tonight.